Good morning, students. I am Vikram Singh Rathod, Assistant Professor at Center for E-Governance. Our previous lecture is also on Matplotlib, and today I am represent Matplotlib as a object-oriented interface. While it is easy to quickly generate plot with the matplotlib.pyplot module, the use of object-oriented approach is recommended as it gives more control and customization of your plots. Most of the functions are available in the matplotlib.x.access classes that is predefined in matplotlib library. The main idea behind use the more formal object-oriented method is to create figure objects and then just call methods or attributes of that object. This approach helps better in dealing with a canvas that has multiple plots on it. In object-oriented interface, pyplot is used only for a few functions such as figure creation, and the user explicitly create and keep track of the figures and access objects. At this level, the user use pyplot to create figures, and though those figures, one or more access objects can be created. These access objects are then used for most plotting actions. To begin with, we create a figure instance which provide an empty canvas. You see the slide that a figure is created using x-axis and y-axis and defining some arrow in the slide. And then after I am use a coding screen of Jupyter Notebook that is used to create the graph using object-oriented interface. You can see the codes easily and use in Jupyter Notebook. Then after I am describe the what about the behind the graph, we create a fig variable and put plt dot figure method. Now add access to figure. The add access method requires a list number of 4 elements corresponding to the left, bottom, width and height of the figure. Each number must be between 0 and 1. Then I create a ax variable is equal to fig and call the add underscore x method and put the variables as per defined 0 0 and 1 1. And then after set label x and y axis as well as a title. So I will define the title ax dot set title is equal to sine wave and ax dot set x label is equal to angle and ax dot set y label equal to sine. Invoke the plot method to access object, so I can write here ax dot plot and put the x and y axis of the graph. If you are using Jupyter Notebook, the %matplotlib inline directives has to be issued. Otherwise, show function of the pyplot module can be plot the graph. Here I am creating a programming code for the plotting graph as a object interface. First of all, I am call the from method matplotlib import pyplot as plt and then import numerical calculations for import numpy as np and then import math for pi. I am using pi, so I call import math and then x variable is equal to np dot arrange and arrange method is used to put the arguments as a 0 math.py and 0.05, and y-axis is equal to np dot sine theta value as a x, and fig is equal to plt dot fig method, and ax is equal to fig add access class is called here, and defining four variables 0 0 1 1, and then plot the graph. So I write here ax dot plot dot x and y. Then ax dot set title is the title of the graph is defined such as sine wave, and y-axis is defined as ax dot set x label as angle, and ax dot set y label is equal to sine, and simply write plt dot show. It will execute and define a graph in your coding environment. Either you use Jupyter Notebook or Spider of the Anaconda environment. So you can see that the graph is generated as per define our coding, and you can also see that the code behind it, the same code when run in Spider. So the output is, you can see in the slide, the code is defined in the slide is also right in your coding area of the Spider, and here the right side you can execute the code. The graph is presented. You can see that x-axis is define the values, and y-axis is define also the values that is represented in our code, and sine axis is the our graph title. You can see easily. Then after, students, I am also define a figure class using Matplotlib. The matplotlib.figure module contains the figure class. It is a top level container for all plot elements. The figure object is initiated by calling the figure method or function from the pyplot module. Fig is equal to, so we can write the fig is equal to plt.figure method is called, and this method have some parameters that is defined in our table, such as fig size use width height, such as in tuple in inches, then dpi dots per inch, face color, figure page face color, edge color, figure page edge color is also defined through this code. Line width is describe the edge line of the width. So you can use the figure class parameters in your coding to generate a graph using Matplotlib. Thanks, students.